only one way to really tell.
Absolutely.
All right, they walk on in, and it's game time.
Here we go. I'm curious to see what stage we're going to see out of this. PS2, you know, tried and true.
Oh, yeah. I mean, amongst, like, all the games, though, like, has the stage really mattered drastically in Cloud Spargo?
You know, against Cloud, Cloud's best stage is Kalos. That wall jump just does so much for his recovery, and it's certainly something you want to be banning as the Joker player in that matchup. But here, you know, it's both players already have their mechanics active. We've got Arsene for Chris, and we have Danila's limit getting burned and reflected immediately with Bakar Karn.
I had a funny feeling something like that was going to happen, where both mechanics were going to clank like that.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that blade beam is so powerful, but if you're the Joker player, you got to be ready to react. Drag down into a down smash, wanting to take the stage control, and a two-frame with the down air is going to take the first stop.
What a down air right there.
Absolutely.
You don't even need Arsene, you're still closing it out. Kudos to Cyel there.
Up smash out of shield on that nair, not quite safe enough.
Up smash out of shield is one of the staples of the game in general. Same thing with up B out of shield, but up B out of shield definitely was not going to kill there.
Oh yeah. Limit up B here, attacking on a good amount of damage for Danila.
I feel like that move before Spargo really didn't get the publicity and like props that it deserves, but Spargo's really put that move in particular on the map.
He does a great job using it. He sets up into it so well, with like landing up airs into up Bs and just out of shield. It's a very powerful move. Parrying the fair grab from Danila, getting this Arsene into the corner where you want.
Wow, what a ledge trump right there. We saw that in the previous set that we had Danila on, and more of the same here.
You know, Arsene certainly a huge benefactor to the matchup with Joker, but you can get him in the corner, you can burn down that 30 seconds and just absolutely ruin the Joker player's day.
Well, do you remember like the early meta when Joker like first dropped in the game, where the meta was if you get killed by him, just like stay on respawn, just burn the timeout?
Oh yeah, absolutely. And that's something that still happens to me very often, unfortunately, but you know, that Arsene that's how you die, so.
I feel like you almost like have to though, because again, like Arsene is just like so pivotal.
Absolutely.
And like Joker would still be a really good character without Arsene, but with Arsene, it's a wrap.
Oh yeah.
Like in the best character conversation, even though I am Team Cloud, Joker doesn't get enough love. Of course, Joker also not getting much love there, as Danila closes out game 2 with a 2-stock victory.
Absolutely, that was a very quick game, 2 minutes 30 seconds. You know, Danila's a very aggressive player on that Cloud, just not really giving Cyel room to breathe and to get that Joker range going, or any of those edge guards really. It's after that first stock, it was Danila's show.
And honestly, I am all for the quicker games, especially after some of the matches that we've seen earlier on. It's like, we understand wanting to win. We also want to see some action. We want to make sure we're filling out our time over here, as we do see the Bayonetta coming out here.
Danila, of course, also has an excellent Bayonetta in his roster, so, you know, we're going to see a very, very good match here, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Not quite getting that extension off the fair 1-2-3 at cross slash at ledge. Danila has pretty good positioning here. Big combo. Cyel.
Oh, perhaps the up B could have closed it out there. Whoa.
Ooh, wow.
What a call out.
Yeah. Nair off stage is going to take the stock.
Wow. Danila getting fed some of his own food right there. Although, honestly, when Danila plays, I feel like he doesn't go for that too often with Bayo.
Right, yep. He's definitely a bit more reserved, and Chris is, although in this matchup, you definitely do need to be killing Cloud off the sides if you can find the openings for it. Wow.
Wow. Up smash barely connecting and barely killing there. Excellent job by Danila, attacking right place, right time.
Big combo here from Cyel.
Now, what would have been crazy is if they went up to the top over there with up B, somehow missed an input, and then finishing move, killed them at 0.
Yeah, finishing touch up there is definitely going to do it, but we're just going to see Danila without limit still doing great work here. Lots of back airs, up airs, just maximizing every opening and just trying to keep Bayo in the corner.
Really doing a good job of that as well. Regardless of where they've ended up, Danila is making sure that Cyel is always feeling the pressure, minor or major. Oh,
unfortunate SD from Danila after.
I'm wondering if the gun had any factor into that, and if that stunned your ability to like go further that way.
I'm not sure if the bullet arcs would affect the momentum from the limit up B, honestly. That's not an interaction I can say I've seen before, but you know, it's certainly possible.
All right, dash attack trying to close it out right on over there. Could they end up paying the price? Not quite. Cyel not quite able to close it out.
Danila is just doing such a great job weaving around these Bayonetta edge guards and ledge trap sequences. It really goes to show how much he knows about the character and what he's looking out for in the matchup.
Really good patience over there by Cyel, going all the way over to the corner, just hanging out over there, being like, hey, Danila, what you gonna do, bro?
Absolutely.
Oh, and
Huge
there it
combo.
is, off the top.
That is going to be it for Cyel with forward air extension off the top.
And that is more so the gameplay that we've seen from Danila, going off the top like that or off to the sides like that. Now begs the question, do we see the Bayo ditto?
Right, yeah, no, it's definitely possible. That game was very, very heavily in Chris's favor. Well, not terribly heavily, but it was a 2-stock, and I think it's definitely possible that we see the ditto.
Going hollow bashing over here for game 3. What will be the situation?
Sticking it out with Cloud on Hollow Bastion.
I mean, I respect it, especially more so lately. I've seen Danila, he's been playing a lot more Cloud more than anything else, so it's almost to the point where it's like, hey, is Cloud like the main, or?
Right, yeah, I think we've definitely been seeing a lot more of the Cloud as of late, so.
Which honestly, I'm all for, because I personally enjoy watching Cloud gameplay a lot more than I do Bayo.
That's very fair. You know, they're both fun to watch in their own regard, and we've got a great set going on here. Let's see what kind of adaptations Danila's going to make to get this back in his favor. Huge combos from Chris, almost evening up the stock, the percentage on the first stock. Which time into a forward smash. Gonna take stage.
Just get the limit out. Limit was going to go offline really soon there. That won't take it right over there, but that will set up nicely. Now one back here from Bayo will do it.
Yep.
Right on
called it. Yep. Right on the neutral get up. Chris is so comfortable playing in the corner there. An excellent player in that regard, and such a beautiful extension. Almost getting the witch twist. That would have been a huge combo.
That was a pretty gutsy call out on the side B on the ground there, but it paid off.
Absolutely. Down smash not quite gonna hit.
I always forget that Bayo down smash spikes.
Oh yeah, that is very, very powerful, especially in matchups like these where you might not necessarily be grabbing the ledge with your up B. It's super, super strong.
What a tech. Is that it?
That should be
That's it.
Yep. Chris is able to make it back.
Wow, excellent knowledge of how to recover right there, as they got really close to the bottom there, and now they ended up on top in the blast zone.
Yep, Danila's able to get that stock with the up smash. Seeing a lot of patience here from Cyel. Just looking for those early percent combos.
I mean, right now, since switching to Bayo, Cyel has done a really solid job of really controlling the pace of the game. So that begs the question, is Cloud still going to be the pick come game 4, or are we going to see something else? As that was a gutsy attempt over there of the finishing touch.
I'm really interested to see. It's the Bayonetta is definitely doing good work for Cyel. The Danila Cloud is no slouch. You know, that forward smash is going to seal the deal, and we're going to be on last stop for both characters.
Here we go. Oh, Cyel almost able to capitalize over there. Probably wouldn't have been able to finish him off over there, but again, rack up some more really good percent to get us closer to the finishing touch.
For sure.
That said, one limit, and all of a sudden, could be another game almost from Danila.
Oh, unfortunate SD from Cyel.
Not the air dodge. I don't know if they meant to do that, but sure enough, Danila will scrape out game 3 with the win.
We're going to be... I wonder what we're going to see here this next game.
Will we see Hollow Bastion? Will we see a different stage? Will we see the same characters? Or will we see the Steve?
The Steve? No, anything is possible. Yep. Back to Bayo Cloud, keeping it the same.
Great. Game 4 underway. Oh, parry early on for part 1 of the cross slash. Not able to get the rest of it though.
And we're getting a Bayo combo. Great sequence. Heel slide. Not quite getting the best possible extension off of it, but you know that damage is so important.
Oh my gosh!
Wow, Danila immediately taking that first stock with the forward air.
You know, I don't know if that was true, but it felt true. And here comes the taunt. Oh my gosh.
From Danila. Chris
He's feeling himself.
Absolutely. Big opening there. Great platform tech chase. Up air bear. Bullet art's not quite going to connect. Wow.
Well, interesting use of down B over there. Suppose had Danila gotten really aggressive, that could have been a nice little reversal opportunity.
Definitely. Bullet art's off stage, going to take it.
That one I would have said, like, hey, why not do the up B again? But we saw what happened, I believe it was game 2 there, when those two clanked. So it's like, maybe you don't want to play with that interaction again.
Right.
Can't blame them.
Dash attack.
Excellent
Almost.
DI by Cyel there.
Very, very good DI. Dash attack again, not going to connect. Chris is definitely looking to take this stock early with an edge guard.
I think they feel as though that they need to, based on the way this game's been going so far.
Oh, definitely. You do not want to be on ledge against Cloud with limit. That is terrifying. Danila doing such a good job moving around here and covering options. Going to take it with an up air.
And here comes the stall. Oh no, they're not going to stall out limit, but yes they are. Limit's still offline. Never mind, they're just stalling out offline to the time.
Here we go. Cross slash from Danila into patience. A lot of run up shield. Bayonetta definitely a character that can struggle against shielding sometimes, with their grab game not being the most powerful.
Now Bayonetta likes playing against the characters that, or the people that don't shield super often.
Definitely. Down air from Danila.
All right.
Wow. That's going to be the stock off of Danila.
Excellent job by Cyel right there, giving themselves an opportunity to push to a game 5 here. Meanwhile, Danila wanting to close out sooner rather than later.
Absolutely. Pivot boost F tilt, just going to push Bayonetta further back into the corner. This is where Danila is making his money.
Oh,
Not
that could have done some good shield damage right there.
for sure. Heel slide. Facing the other way, the up smash isn't going to connect.
But limit is online. What can Danila do with this?
Let's see, back into the corner. Danila's just absolutely thriving in the corner this game.
Oh,
Up B not gonna make it. Able to get a punch for the ABK. We could be seeing
No.
amazing SDI. Popping out.
That's the trick for Danila, knowing the character too. They know how to get in and out.
Absolutely. Being able to pop out with the back of it. And wow, just a back air from Cyel. We're gonna see a game 5. This is great.
This is excellent back and forth action right here. Once again, we beg the question, do we see the Bayo come out? Do we see a Bayo Ditto for game 5? Because really, you could argue that the one game Danila got was really a 50-50 game that was just one unfortunate input away.
You know, it's hard to say. And that last game was so close from the Danila's Cloud too. It's tough to tell. We'll have to see.
Sticking with the Cloud. Honestly, respecting Danila for sticking out with the Cloud.
Absolutely.
So far, this says ping pong back and forth. 1-0, 1-1, 2-1, 2-2. Now we're on to game 5. A winner will take all. 3 stocks remaining aside. We'll also see if Danila ends up regretting his taunt from game 4 over there, because they did taunt and then they lost. So we'll see what ends up happening there.
Yeah, we'll have to see. Fair 1, 2, 3. Not going to find an extension off of that. And another cross slash from Danila here.
And another cross slash.
No, 60%. That's Cloud for you. Blade beam just to delay the ledge interaction, get a little bit of chip, and work more towards that limit. charging up smash.
May as well get the gap over there, make it a little bit safer for you.
Right, yep. Get that shield a little bit closer to poking. Such patience from both players, not wanting to make the first move in neutral.
No, really looking to feed off of each other's mistakes as opposed to making a mistake themselves.
Absolutely. Any missed aerial swing from Bayonetta's opponent can just be an ABK or a witch twist or anything like that. And here we're going to see all of those moves come out. Oh, Cyel, not quite enough. Danila knowing just what to do to get out of these specific combos. F throw, bullet climax, not quite going to connect.
We'll be curious to see like how Danila chooses to kill though, as dash attack is a little stale now, and that won't be your best kill move, but that's where the limit gauge comes in handy.
Limit climb hazard, going to take it. Chris immediately swing with the smash attacks, wanting to take the stock, and up ABK back air is going to do it.
What about the cross stage back air too? How about that?
Oh yeah, it's such a strong move.
Has incredible reach and frame data as well.
Oh yeah.
Let's see here. So far, stock number 2 has been Cyel's favor overall.
Absolutely, we're seeing very dominant Bayonetta-sided combos. Although Danila is now controlling the stage in the corner where he's been doing so amazing this game. Blade beams, just gonna get some chip.
Hashtag play lane win game.
You know, anything you can do to hit Bayonetta off stage is a win. She's such a hard character to contest while coming back to stage.
How about that DI though from Cyel over there? I thought that dash tag was going to close it out, but instead the up smash
will do it. Danila is in a good position here if you can just manage to get this limit and maybe get to fight. Not going to connect it. Dive kick is going to barely hit. And
wow.
Which bats within out of the limit cross left.
That
should do it. Should do it. Wow.
No, it doesn't.
Smashville.
It was on the left side.
Yep.
Still crazy that like the developers made it that way where one side you can kill slightly closer on than the other.
Yeah, it's a very funny mechanic that you don't see a lot, but you know, you have to think when you don't realize it, it could definitely be changing some of your games. This is such a good spot for Danila right now, getting another limit.
What? No way.
Gonna kill. Definitely possible. You know, Bayonetta is just a character that is able to do so much off one good opening.
Such as that. An ABK into a back air, killing off the top this time.
Absolutely fair. 1, 2, 3. Will we see up air, ABK?
Oh.
Looking for the dive kick, risking it all.
Honestly, I respect it.
Gonna cover it. That's.
They were at the moment where like they had to go swing for the home run.
Absolutely.
They had some momentum. They had to capitalize on it.
You got to hard call out something there, and Chris was betting it all on a dive kick, probably into a bullet arts up air to take the stock off the side. It would have been an amazing comeback, but you know, Danila, so familiar with what you have to do, is able to just charge F smash and catch that one air dodge back to stage that Cyel had to make to survive.
Yeah, and honestly, major kudos to both players over there, as that's really been one of the most even matchups I think we've seen, where there was really no point in either game where I would argue that one player was just absolutely dominating the other. Really even gameplay across the board.
For sure, for sure. That was an amazing set from both players, and we're gonna love to see more from Danila in winners and Cyel in losers. It's gonna be an exciting night.
Oh yes, for sure. Meanwhile, coming up next on stream, looks like we'll have a little cross-state rivalry action going on over here, as we have Big Boy representing New Hampshire going up against Shard representing Maine.
Ooh, this will be good.
Big Boy recently getting announced as the 4th, I believe it was number 4 in New Hampshire. Is that right? 4th in the PR?
I believe so. I think it was Luxa at 1, Insignia at 2, and Cruss at 3.
Yes, and then Big Boy 4.
Yes, so it should be a good game. You know, Big Boy is an amazing player. That Palutena has just been on such a come up. It's gonna be an exciting match, and Shard obviously Maine's big defender against these out-of-state players at Waterville, doing such an amazing job, able to win the bracket there.
Yes, what a moment, especially for just Maine Smash in general there, too.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
Maine's biggest tournament ever, and we're able to have an in-state victory. That was an amazing day.
Absolutely. All right, we're just going to take a quick little ad break right here, and we'll be right back momentarily.